Mamau. Well, so everybody, I'm sure a lot of people are going to see this video, but here is the video that I told you I was going to make for you. I don't really have the soaps that I gave you. I don't really have very many of them left, but I do have this one, so I'll test lather this one for you. And this is kind of what I suggest you may want to look into doing, which is rather than building a lather in a bowl, just put it directly on your skin. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and wet this up real quick. 1 second. Soap, excuse me, and brush. I like to soak my brushes. I'm sure you've probably noticed by now, but I think it's a good idea for you to soak the old brush, seeing as how both of yours are badgers. Get this excess water out of them. See, it's still dripping. Get that mug dry. Okay, not much water left in there at all. Then you are going to want to load the brush. Get a good amount of soap in there. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Don't worry about using too much soap. Very rarely will you ever use too much soap. And the benefit to using too much soap is that you can recover from it. Because all you need to do is just add more water. Whereas if you don't have enough soap, you can't, you really can't, you can't do anything else except just go back to the puck and get more soap in there. So, this is the first time I've used this in a while. I forgot how good it smells. So, look at that. You see how much soap there is in there? That's what you want. That's a good amount of soap. Okay? See that? Do not be bashful. Now, what I do is I then kind of paint this. Okay? But usually I start on the head and then get down here and do this later. Now, so you see I've got this, and this is not what you want to shave with because you're going to need to lather this, okay? So what I do now is I put a bit of water in this brush, and I'll show you how much water I put in it. Not much at all. Just little drops of water like this. Okay, then you go to the face and you start lathering. Okay, you see what's happening here? This is what you're going to want to shave with. Well, it's getting to where you're going to want to shave with it. Now, contrast what this looks like with what this looks like. Okay? This is very thin. This is very fluffy. This is not very puffy. This is very puffy. Okay? Fluffity puffy. Fluffity puffy. Now, this is starting to dry up a little bit, and I can feel it in the brush. Okay? I'm getting a little bit more resistance. This is a little bit pastier than what I want it to be. So again, few drops of water at a time. Then back to it. And like I said, I don't really bowl lather anymore. I used to. But I just take it, I just build my lather right on my skin. And again, like I said, I start on the dome, then I take it to the face. This is still a little dry. I don't like this. It looks nice and everything, but it can stand to have a bit more water. That actually may have been a little bit too much, but here's the thing. If you put a little bit too much water in the brush, that's no big deal, because you know what? All you got to do is just distribute that water, and chances are what you'll get, look at that. You see all that stuff that's building up right there? Work that around. Man, I forgot how nice this soap smells. It's been ages since I used it. I think I'm gonna have to use it this week. Anyway, you know, and that's another thing is that I'm not really pressing this brush like big time into my skin. All you need really is just the tips of the brush to do the work for you. Don't, you know what I'm saying? No lo blatas así. Don't do that. Just, again, you don't need a ton. You don't need a ton of force to get this brush to do its thing. Let the badger work for you, okay? And then when you got, you know, when you got it built up nice, paint it around like this. Do this. I always like to do this. Like old school, like it was in the movies or something, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, now look at this. Boy, look at how thick that lather is. You see that? That is good right there. Now, you're gonna put your brush down, you're gonna shave. There's a decent chance, I mean, whatever, there is a possibility that the lather that's left in your brush for your next application may dry out while you're shaving all this off. That's okay. Guess what you do? You guessed it. A couple drips of water. It'll wake that lather right up. And again, distribute that water. And that's it. Do some practices, you know what I'm saying? You got plenty of soap. I sent you quite a few soaps. That American Blend one, I wouldn't, that one is not coming back. So you don't want to practice with that one. I have a couple pucks of it, so, and again, like I don't have very many razor rocks left. But anyway, so that's it. And you see this? This is a ton of lather still left in this brush. And I still have a ton of lather on my face. So, anyways, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free. Bye.